Hey, it's your girl Lynamartin here, and welcome to the What am I talking about? Hey, it's your girl Lynamartin here, and welcome to my channel. I would like to first start off by saying I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not even in the medical field, so everything that I say here is based on my opinion, and everyone should go, speak to a doctor, speak to a specialist, a naturopath, a family doctor, an endocrinologist. I don't know who I'm talking about. Go see a doctor and find out for yourself, because again, everybody is different and everybody is different. If you're new here, subscribe. And if you're not new here, thanks for coming again. Appreciate you. I don't know, I'm losing my train of thought, guys. But today is going to be a Black Women's Health segment on PCOS. PCOS is Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. I have a few notes here on my laptop, so if you see me, I'm looking at the laptop. So Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome is a hormonal disorder common among women in their reproductive age. Women with PCOS have or may have frequent or prolonged menstrual periods or excessive male hormone like androgen levels. The ovaries may develop numerous small collections of fluid or follicles or sacs and fail to regularly release eggs. That is the medical definition of what Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome is. Sometimes it's PCOD, Polycystic Ovarian Disorder, because again, it is a hormonal disorder. A few of the symptoms, and the symptoms extend from here to there to there to like, it ranges from person to person, and depending on the type of PCOS that you have, it ranges. Like, you might have all symptoms, you might have one symptom, you might have two symptoms, you might have 10, who knows. I was diagnosed with PCOS in 2020. Yeah, no, 2020 was last year. 2018. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2018. I graduated 2018. 2017, I think, actually. In 2017, my brain, it's a brain fog, was actually a symptom from PCOS. Like, you can't remember anything. I think it was 2017 that I was officially diagnosed. I remember in 2012 when I was going away to university, I went to go do a medical, and I was given a gynecologist. At the time I went to go do a medical, my doctor was a white man and he was just like, oh, lose weight. And I'm like, hey. So eventually he sent me to a gyno, which again, white man, and he was just like, okay, well, he didn't diagnose me. Like, he didn't tell me what it was. He was just like, are you ready to have kids? And I was like, no, I'm going away to university. And he's like, well, don't worry about it. You're fine. Who wants a period anyways? Like, that was his thought process. And at the time, that was my thought process. I'm like, you're right. Who wants to have one? Who cares? Back further now, when I was younger, I never used to get them. They used to come maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year. And my mom was so worried, like deeply worried. So she brought me to the doctor, and I did ultrasound on top of ultrasound. I think since I was like 13, I've had vaginal ultrasounds. I've had so many, like probably once a year I've had them. I've only had cysts on my ovaries once, which are the follicles. I've only had them once and they were really small, and I've never seen them again, but I constantly do them because I'm always in this pain and I'm wondering where this pain is coming from. I'm like, well, maybe I do have cyst sign. No. So that's my backstory. Again, all my doctors, especially when in grades 7, 8, grade 7, my mom really started noticing that, hey, like, it's not coming. My doctor would be like, oh, lose weight. And I'm like, I'm on the basketball team, I'm on the volleyball team. Like, I was doing everything. Even through high school, I was playing all these sports and I was still gaining all this weight. And I thought it was normal at this point. I was like, this is my regular life. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how to stop it. Like, I don't know. I'm eating healthy. I'm working out literally 5 times a week because I have all these activities that I'm constantly doing. So how am I still gaining weight? And I didn't have an answer for it. So finally, fast forward now, when I get diagnosed in 2017, I went to go see a female gynecologist, and she was like, hey, you have PCOS. And I was like, oh, okay. By then I already kind of knew that I had it, because I was like, what else could it be? But I was still like, So now that I know that I have it, I've been trying to figure out ways to control it, manage it. And symptoms that I had, I didn't know that they were related to my PCOS. So let's get into symptoms of PCOS. A missed period, irregular periods, or like a very light period, that's a symptom. Ovaries that are large or have many cysts, that is usually one of the main symptoms. Excessive body hair, including chest, stomach, back, and back. So sometimes I have a mustache. Like, sometimes I have hair here, not on my chin, but I know women who do get it on their chin. I'm grateful that I'm not that person, but there are people that do get it here. I usually get it on my neck and like a mustache. Sometimes I have like 1 or 2 on my chest as well. Another symptom is weight gain, especially around the belly, abdominal area. A lot of women who have PCOS carry a lot of weight, legit, in their stomach, in their tummy area, and it's hard to get rid of, and I will tell you why in a bit. Male pattern baldness or thinning of hair. I don't have that problem, and I'm grateful that I don't. I think that because I have such an excessive hair problem where, like, hair grows. My hair on the top of my head grows. But I do know people who are part of the sisterhood who have balding in the middle of their head, or thinning, sometimes they comb their hair and on a constant basis hair is just falling out, and that's one of the symptoms. Infertility is a main issue for many women, and the ability that people tell you that you cannot have children. So when it comes to PCOS, a lot of doctors will say, it's gonna be very hard for you. You can't do it naturally. You're gonna need our help. Like, and those words are very heartbreaking. They're hard. They're hard to understand, and it's not necessarily true. I have friends that I've known that just got pregnant, like legit, by themselves. She has PCOS, but she just woke up pregnant. Like, that's it. She didn't have to go for infertility treatment. She didn't have to go for IVF. She didn't have to be put on Clomid. She didn't have to be put on anything. It just happened. So so anybody that's telling you that it's impossible to get pregnant naturally, it's a lie. It's possible. It might not be a high possibility, but it's definitely possible, and there's definitely still a chance. Other symptoms, we're still on symptoms. Gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced high blood pressure. A lot of people, because of the insulin resistance, which we'll talk about later, might become borderline diabetic or become diabetic. Another symptom is miscarriage or premature birth. Non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, a severe liver inflammation caused by fat accumulation in the liver, which is just like a fatty liver. Again, remember, all your weight is naturally in the stomach and tummy area, so you might have a fatty liver. I think I did do a test, and I did have a fatty liver, if I remember well. Type 2 diabetes, or become pre-diabetic, like I was saying, insulin. Sleep apnea. So a lot of people have sleep apnea. I've actually had to go get tested for that because like I wasn't sleeping well. Another symptom is also headaches. So I was having really bad headaches, and I say headaches, but I mean migraines, sorry. I was having really bad migraines, and I didn't know that that was a symptom. I did not know. I had a migraine one time for like 5 months. Like, it just wouldn't end. Right now I have a migraine. I want to take this off soon. It's just a constant thing. Nausea. I don't think I put nausea on this list, but nausea is a symptom. Being nauseous all the time. I'm constantly nauseous all the time, and I have tummy aches. So that is another symptom. I did not know. So in my first year of university, there's a few more symptoms. In my first year of university, I used to get really bad stomach aches. I mean, like fetal position, laying down, crying. I would just be in my bed like constantly, and I didn't know what it was. And I went to do x-rays on top of x-rays. I went to the doctor. I did everything. Come to find out that it's just a part of the PCOS. So it's hard to dictate how sick you feel because you're always feeling sick. Like, and the irony of it all, when you have PCOS, is that you have like pregnancy symptoms, like you're feeling nauseous. You have a stomach ache, you have a migraine, like you have all these pregnancy symptoms, but it's hard for you to get pregnant because the infertility that comes with having PCOS. What else? Depression, anxiety, and eating disorders. Depression, anxiety, you get this down feeling that comes with the depression. Like, it's a really sadness, like, and it could come out of anywhere. And I want to throw in I didn't put moods are on there, but like mood swings, like and they just come and you cannot control it. Again, it's like being pregnant, but you're not. So you have these strong mood swings, and they're hard to manage. To be honest, sometimes you don't even know you're in them until after you're out of them, and you're like, why did I react like that? That wasn't called for, that wasn't necessary. I remember in my second year of university, I was so angry, like so angry. I don't remember even getting a period for the whole year. Maybe I got it once or twice, but I was so angry. I was so upset all the time, and I didn't know why. Like, my friends would be like, are you okay? Is there something wrong? And I'm like, I'm fine. And people just thought I was being a witch. And these emotions were just coming out of me, and I could not control them. It got to a point where I stopped hanging around with people because I knew, like, after a while, I didn't know when it came on. I wasn't in tune to my body. I didn't understand it, but I was so snabby, I was so quick, I was so angry, and I did not know why, because I wasn't upset. Like, people were like, why are you acting like that? I'm like, acting like what? Like, I genuinely did not know. And so I'd like to apologize for anything I said that was mean or rude. I genuinely did not know, and I caught myself apologizing a lot, and people were like, oh, you're apologizing, you're doing the same thing, and like I couldn't control it. Like, the emotions, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like, again, when a woman there's like the stereotype, obviously, when women are pregnant, they're very emotional and they don't know how to control their emotions, and you know, one minute they're happy, one minute they're angry. Like, that was that. One minute I was happy, one minute I was angry, one minute I was sad, one minute I just want to stay in my room. Again, the depression, the anxiety, like all of these things played a role. And I wasn't managing my PCOS because I didn't know I had it. So all these things were attacking me at once, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to manage it. And it was ruining relationships, friendships. And at one point I literally, again, the depression started coming in because I'm like, I don't know why I'm acting like this, and I can't stop acting like this, and I can't be around people acting like this. So I just started becoming like this and to myself, and you know, keeping to myself. Some people have cancer of the uterine lining. What else? some people are hot and cold, like the extremes. Like for me, I'm always cold. Like I'm usually cold. I'll be in Jamaica, and in the nighttime there's a little cold front, and people will be like, "What are you complaining about? You live a foreign cold." And I'm like, "Well, I'm cold. Okay, cold is cold. 0 degrees is 0 degrees here. It's 0 degrees in New York, and it's 0 degrees in Florida. 0 degrees is 0 degrees. 0 degrees in the fridge is still what? 0 degrees." So, that was definitely one of my symptoms. I'm trying to think if I missed one because I made this list kind of quickly, and so I'm trying to think of symptoms that I may have forgotten, but for the most part I think that those are basically it. The exact cause, okay, so the exact cause of PCOS is unknown. My makeup feels like I'm sweating. Oh, okay. The exact cause of PCOS is unknown, but these factors play a role in you obtaining PCOS or developing PCOS. Excess insulin. So remember I was talking about insulin and the whole diabetes and becoming pre-diabetic. Insulin is a hormone produced in the pancreas that allows cells to use sugar, your body's primary energy supply. If your cells become resistant to the action of insulin, then your blood sugar levels can rise and your body might produce more insulin. Excess insulin might increase androgen production, causing difficulty with ovulation. So, more insulin, more problems, basically. So, the higher your insulin levels is the more androgen, which is the male hormone that we were talking about earlier, which causes you now not to ovulate. And chances are if you don't ovulate, you also might not see a period. Yes, you can see a period and not ovulate, but once one stops, chances are the other one is going to stop. So, or you might be seeing a period all the time, but you're still not ovulating. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I feel uncomfortable." So a lot of women might see a period, but they don't know if they ovulate or not. And anovulation is also a symptom of PCOS. See, one that I missed. So not ovulating is a symptom of PCOS. Low-grade inflammation. This term is used to describe white blood cells production of substances to fight infection. Research has shown that women with PCOS have a type of low-grade inflammation that stimulates polycystic ovaries to produce androgens, which can lead to heart and blood vessel problems. Inflammation is also one of the reasons why I feel like I have bad gut health, which causes my stomach to like this sometimes, like just constant stomach ache. Hereditary. Research suggests that certain genes might be linked to PCOS. So the idea is if your aunt, mom, grandmother had PCOS, there's a higher possibility that you yourself would have PCOS. And excess androgen. The ovaries produce abnormal high levels of androgen, resulting in hirsutism. Hirsutism? That's when you have all the hairs, all the excess hairs everywhere. Hirsutism. And acne. Oh, that was a symptom. Did I miss that one? Acne is definitely a symptom. I will be going days, months, my skin beautiful, flawless, and then all of a sudden, yo, there's one that comes here and here irregularly. That's their spot. They be chilling, okay? So best believe acne is a symptom. And I praise God that my symptoms, honestly, they're not horrible, because again, there's way worse symptoms, but again, they're very frustrating. One of the symptoms that's really affecting me now is the infertility, and thinking about, well, if I want to have kids, I'm currently very infertile, and I'm lacking. I have an ovulation, so I'm not ovulating. I have what are the words I'm looking for? Irregular periods. they're basically non-existent, to be honest. Last year I didn't have any at all, not one. So these are the symptoms that are really playing mind games with me at the moment. There are 3 main types of PCOS and a plus one. So I'll talk about the 3 and I'll tell you why the plus one is a plus one. So first one is insulin resistant PCOS. This is a classic type of PCOS. Most people fall under this category. High insulin and leptin impede ovulation and stimulate the ovaries to make testosterone. Insulin resistant is caused by sugar, smoking, trans fat, and environmental toxins. The second one is inflammation PCOS. Inflammation or chronic immune activation results from stress, environmental toxins, intestinal permeability, and inflammation foods like gluten. Inflammation is a problem for PCOS because it impedes ovulation, disrupts hormone receptors, and stimulates adrenal androgens. It's like, I'm stressed out, need to lose weight, but the stress is causing me not to lose weight. Like, help a sister out. Whenever some people be like, oh, I'm so stressed out, I lose weight. A lot of people be like, I'm so stressed out, I lose weight. I remember there was this meme saying, the meme was like, I wish my boyfriend would stress me out so I could lose 10 pounds. Like, people with PCOS, if they're stressed, they're not losing weight, they're putting on weight, because you're stressing out all these receptors in your body's panicking, and now your body's creating this insulin, thinking that you need it, thinking you need to survive because you need the sugar, and you don't, and now you're putting on weight. Adrenal PCOS means that you have elevated adrenal, you have normal levels of testosterone, and you may ovulate regularly. Adrenal PCOS accounts for about 10% of PCOS diagnosis. Those are the 3 main types. The 4th plus one is post-pill PCOS. Hormonal birth control suggests ovulation. For most women, it's temporary effect, and ovulation will usually resume fairly soon after the pill is stopped. But for some women, ovulation suppression can persist for months or even years. During that time, it is unusual to be given the diagnosis of PCOS. Some experts deny the existence of pill-induced PCOS, but it is very real. It is the 2nd most common type of PCOS. So you're on the pill, and you get off of it, and then your cycle is just not coming, your body's not moving how it's supposed to, and so you start falling under this post-pill PCOS. This is all I wanted to share with you guys today. I will continue about this PCOS talk because I feel like it's needed. I feel like women, why is my butt tired on this chair? I feel like Black women don't talk about the problems that we face, especially in our health, and maybe me sharing my problems with my PCOS in this segment will help other women, whether they're not Black or Black, help other women, other sisters out there that need help and need to figure out this too. I needed help figuring out. I watched YouTube videos, I read articles, I searched the web, like I searched everything, trying to find answers, trying to find solutions on how to manage my PCOS and how to increase fertility. So that's something that I wanted to have with you guys. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, especially if you would like to see what else I'll be talking about in this segment of this Black woman's health. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. See you guys. Bye.